Hey, welcome back, everybody. Excited to be back with you here on training video number 5. That's right, training video number 5. Hey, yesterday or the video training number 4, we talked about taking actions, talked about stacking those actions. We talked about creating compounding effects, compounding results. As Einstein said, the eighth great wonder of the world is the miracle of compound interest. But yet most people never reach it because they put money in, take money out, go to the gym, stop the gym. And so they never reach that full miracle of compound interest. And most don't reach that miracle of compound interest in their actions. And the reason why they don't, as we just alluded to and mentioned, is that people start, stop, in, out, on, off, up, down. Like it's just a yo yo. And we start to do good. And, we've all been there. And so one of the elements that I make sure that I bring to the conversation with our clients and when I'm working with somebody personally one-on-one, in that conversation it'll be like, okay, well, let's look at self-sabotage because that's a real thing. Because what's going to end up happening is because of our newfound relationship, because of your decisions, because of your actions, because of your hunger and commitment, you're going to start having success. Things are going to start to happen. Your, opportunity is going to be unveiled and you're going to be like, oh my God, like you're going to start to have all kinds of great success. And so the challenging part with that is that for the most part, what many people have a tendency to do is just go in and fuck it all up. Pardon my expression, but fuck it all up. Like, right when their marriage is doing awesome, they come in and say something that just, dismantles it. Right when their finances are good, they make an investment or they do some, stupid money move. Right when their health is going great, nutrition, all of a sudden they go, let's go get a big giant pizza, and mess the whole thing up. And so it's usually where people start to go, and my clients have success. They get success usually pretty quick and pretty fast. And they're preaching and going and going and going. And so if we're not aware of the monster, if we're not aware that this thing called sabotage is, it's lurking in the backgrounds, it's lurking back there, just waiting for us to, to make a wrong choice, back just, oh, let me just mess it all up again. Let me just start back over again. Let me go back to rebuilding. Let me go back to the, drawing board. And it's always starting over. And again, I know this from my own personal life. And it's like in my younger year, I remember as soon as I started doing well, I knew that what was coming, and that was to not do so well. And that was, quite radical. And I remember when I started creating some great success with Robbins, and I had been fired and let go from the team, and I'm surviving for my life to, out there on the streets with nowhere to live. I'm making appointments with pocketfuls of dimes. I'm taking buses to get to my appointments. And ultimately, I did well and I sold enough business on my own expense that Robbins companies and Tony said, "Hey, Brett, you're a guy. You're cut after my own heart. Like, bro, you're somebody like me. You're willing to take buses and trains and cabs and to get to and from home and appointments and all for nothing and nothing, and yet you made it happen." So Robbins brought me back onto the team, and after they had let me go and took away all my trappings of housing and cars and appointments and expenses, and it took all that away, and I saved my butt by doing what they looked at. The rest of the team, the FSRs and Tony, looked and goes, "Holy smacks! Like, who would do this? Like, this kid's unbelievable." And so I started to have some great success. They brought me back on, gave me my car back, gave me my housing back, gave me everything back. And then about 2 months later, it was in December 15th, 1996, the rest of the FSRs were being invited to go to Tony Robbins' house for a Christmas party, and I was being diverted to go to my sales manager's office there in corporate. And I remember going there, getting there. The meeting was scheduled for 9:00 a.m., and I got there at 9:10. And when I got there, I noticed that there were pink papers on the desk. And I was like, oh my God, pink papers. Like, you're firing me. Like, right? I'm like, like, you're firing me. And I just remember that day, I looked at those papers and I sat down and I recognized I had one of two choices, and that was to either step up or step aside. It was either step up, dude, and play ball and make it happen and make a decision right here, right now that you are going to break records, defy odds, that you are not just going to save your job, but this is where you leave a legacy. This is where you draw a line in the sand and kick ass and take names. And it was either step up or step aside, one or the other. And there was just no way I was going to step aside. There was just no way. And I just let her know right away. Her name's Deb, and I just let Deb know. I'm like, dude, I'm not signing those papers. I said, you can't fire me. I said, you'll need to call security. I mean, I was just downright brutal. I was like, I'm not going. She was not looking for a debate. She was just looking for, let's get Brett's little signature and get him out the back door quietly. And I wasn't going to go that route. And I made a decision right there in that moment, there in Deb's office, December 15th, 1996, and made that decision and said, okay, dude, it's time to. I had been self-sabotaging myself. So I was having this success. I was feeling great. Robin's giving me all my goodies back, and life was great. And then all of a sudden, what did I do? I quit showing up for important meetings on time. I mean, here it was, my meeting was at 9, and I get there at 9:10 a.m. I wasn't pushing the way I was in my earlier minutes, and I didn't have that same sense of hunger that I had when I was really driving and playing hard. And there was just this deep level of unconsciousness that humans have, this sense of unworthiness. This, I'm not worthy of that money, that much success. I mean, and our brain goes, no one else had that level of money in your family. Why should you have it? And we go, yeah, you're right. Why should I have it? And, I've never had that level of fitness in my life. Well, okay, let me screw that up. Never had a relationship that'd be that awesome. Okay, let me find a way to screw it all up. Never had this and this and this. And that's why it's just so important, as we talked about yesterday, or training video number 4, is taking those actions and stacking those actions, and to not allow sabotage to creep in, because sabotage wants to creep in. It wants to make it okay to justify and to rationalize, that it's okay to not go. It's okay to eat that chocolate pie, even though you just said you're committed to losing 10 pounds. It's okay to have, just one drink. It's okay to just have that one smoke. It's okay to, do this and this. So that it's lurking in the backdrop of our lives is this sense of unworthiness, a sense of, I've never had that level of success, and that unconscious level, not consciously, because consciously we want to dominate the world and take over everything, but unconsciously, our unconscious mind says, no, 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 no way, not for you, maybe for somebody else, but not for you. And so when people start to have really great success, again, the first place they go in is on themselves, and stop doing the things that got them to be successful, which is exactly what I did when I was with Robbins. I quit doing the things that got me to be successful. I quit doing the action steps that got me to get him to go, yeah, dude, you're back on, bro. You are, you're a beast out there. Of course, I'll take care of you on my dime, 5-star living. And then what do? I go and I screw it all up. And so it's super important to stay aware, to stay present, because it's really when we go unpresent, it's when we detach ourselves from this level of consciousness, that our unconscious wants to just immediately take over. So the moment we go unconscious, so noticing certain things, so noticing that one has cancer is bad, we'll say. So let's say one notices, oh, wow, I've got cancer. So let's say they notice that. So noticing that one has cancer is bad. Not noticing one has cancer is worse, right? Because they can't do anything about it. Like, they know, oh, shit, I didn't even know I had cancer. Yep, and it's been tearing your insides apart. And, here's the repercussions of not knowing and not noticing that. So the key is to notice. It's like the key is to be so aware. So again, battle gear ready, so present, so centered in on your decision, so centered in on progress, so centered in on that, hey, I'm creating progress. I'm starting to feel good about myself. But I also know many times I'm starting to feel good about myself. That's when I start messing things up, and I quit doing the things that got me to feel good about myself. So the key is in this whole process and of that is to have this sense of worthiness, this sense of worthiness. For some of my followers, they know that I wrote a book titled Triumphant. It's my fourth book, and it's my most important book, and it's my life story. And it's been super, super fun. And I've taken it to the Tyler Perry studio a couple different times. We're still working at how to break through and how to get in. My outcome's to be turned into a movie. But in watching and studying Tyler, it's just like, get to worthiness, just get to worthiness, whatever you do. And just like, when I talk to our clients, it's like, dude, feel worthy. Like, it's okay. You start making more money than your dad. It's okay, bro. You start looking better than, most of the guys are. It's okay. It's like, it's okay, to feel that great. It's okay to be that happy. It's okay to make that much money. It's okay to have that much confidence. It's okay to make your success okay, instead of making it, oh, it's not okay, and I'm going to stop doing the things that got me to become successful, and I'm going to quit taking those action steps. This is the focused achievers group. And we always said the A team, my A team players, my A team would always do what the B team would never be willing to do. There's just no way. They're going to fall apart at the brims. Their B team's going to take actions, but quit taking those actions. The B team is not going to be up early. The B team is not going to be set with a set of, serious disciplines that, when stacked, create a miracle of compound interest for ourselves and our family and our lifestyle. Like, most people just aren't going to do these things. So this is a time right now is, you're in here and you're in this game. I mean, right now, it's like, again, we just get to kind of take each topic and kind of stack it on the topic before. And so this was a really important one as I was writing out, going, okay, what is it that I want to share in, the opening conversations of our training platform is to bring sabotage front and center, to remind people that, yeah, dude, it's lurking in the background, and to think that it's not lurking in the background is kind of like nuts, because it's been lurking in the background. For most, it's always been lurking in the background. And for most, that's why you can't seem to really, really, truly get ahead, because they always are moving into the backward direction. They're looking in the, rear view mirror, going back in life, looking at what they used to do, how they used to show up. This is not how we used to be. This is who we are. And this is this new opportunity right here, right now, today, to become more than you've ever been, and to grow more than you've ever been, and to see what you can do in a 30-day, a 60-day, a 90-day period of time without sabotaging. Like, imagine what that would be like. Like, to be able to go, oh my God, it's been 30 days and I haven't beaten things up. Oh my God, it's been 60 days and I still haven't done X, Y, Z. Like, to be able to do that, and to be able to, be so congratulatory towards that. And to as I'm riding to the gym this morning at 4:30 in the morning, it's like I had to pat myself on the back, going, dude, it's 4:30 in the morning, bro. It's 4:40 when I thought this thought. And it's 4:40, it's dark outside, and it's cold outside, and it's Colorado. And I'm 57, they're gonna be 58 in May. And, I'm like, dude, you don't have to be doing this, bro. You can drive. You don't have to be on a bicycle 4 miles in the dark, in the cold, at 4:30 in the morning. There's no one else out on the road, bro. Look around. And when I don't see anybody else out on the road, I know I'm doing the right thing, because I'm doing what they are unwilling to do. And most of it is not that people can't do, it's that they won't do. And so I don't want to be that guy that goes, well, I can, but I won't. I can, but I don't. And I want to be that I can and I will. And I must. Not only can I, but I will. And not only will I, but I must. And that's how we really, really get a chance to grow. So make this a must. Quit sabotaging yourself. Quit going into the backward direction. Quit having that sense of, unworthiness, and saying, oh, I got to, go back and, do, those bad behaviors because that's where I feel most comfortable. Forget about that. Just give me an opportunity on my watch here with us together as a community, for you to center up and quit doing the things, that we did back when we were 10 years old, that, now in our 50s, 60s, or whatever age bracket you're in, but you begin to grow and allow yourself to experience the ultimate power that is already inside, but we never fully brighten it, because we're like, oh my gosh, I forget who said it, but it was, it's not our darkness that we're most afraid of. It's our lightness. It's our people are more afraid of the light. Like, holy shit, like, oh my God. Like, they know they're so powerful and so strong beyond measure, and it's not the dark. So don't be afraid of your light. Beam your light, zoom your light. Allow for yourself to not keep sabotaging yourself, but to feel worthy of who you are, and to be okay with having and doing and being and achieving that great success and having that great marriage and having that great body and having that great career, whatever that is. Feel worthy of that. We'll see you back on training video number 6. We're super excited. We're signing out today on self sabotage. Bye, everybody.